Hello, hello. I was farming a bit off stream for some diamonds, and we got all of the quests done up to when it tells you to go fuck yourself at Lindau, right? We got all the way here, and it's like, you need a second rune. Silly. So. Also, we killed the two. This made me so mad. It almost ruined my day. Double Crucible Knights in the Ariza hero's grave. My mimic wouldn't do a fucking thing. Kept dying before either of them had 10% damage dealt. Oh, I was mad. But we got through it. Which is funny, I did it off stream. I just wanted to let you know that anger in my voice. It was these fuckers. So. Everything is right in the world, it seems. I went up here, did Millicent's quest, talked to her, cycled back around, talked to Corin and Bach. Went up, did the Windmill Village, helped Millicent with the summon. Went down, talked to Gold Mask. Well, popped off the bridge, but survived. No, I came down this way. There's a walkway right here, some graves, you can see them on the map. Went down, did the invasion for Vare, kept going. Did the invasion for Euro, kept going, got back to Bach, went through here, just wanted to explore for some lore. I got here, but we didn't kill Rykard yet. We didn't need to go here. And then also killed Margit. He gives you a blue talisman, so I think he needs to go up, around. Defeated the Dragon Knight, and then got told I'm not good enough by a doorway. We did all that to get beaten by a fog gate. But I think you're supposed to. We did Raya's quest, Patches, Bernal, Dialos. I'm surprised he's not here, actually. Wait a minute. Why isn't he listed here? On the wiki, it says he should still be here, and he was standing here last time I checked. What the fuck? This tomb. Fucking tomb. No, wait, that's not the one with the Crucible Knights, is it? No, that's the one where you're like in a reversed world. It's like a decoy map that's a mirror. Anyway. Let me check. Dialos. After talking with Dialos at the Round Table Hold, you'll find him. Yeah, we did that. While at the Round Table Hold, he says he wants to find the recusants. Yep. He'll be at Volcano Manor in the drawing room. Having decided to join the organization, Dialos gets new dialogue for every step of the Volcano Manor assassination side quest the player completes. His last line of dialogue before he relocates has him lament over how easily he was swayed to join the recusants. Yeah, he kept saying that, but he wouldn't move. After accepting the second letter from Volcano Manor, or after defeating Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, he will leave. Okay. So that's why he left. I got the second letter. Yeah, see, he wasn't disappearing. I think it was the letter. I don't think I opened it in my inventory. So it didn't count as me accepting it. It is possible to skip doing all of the assassination missions and still have Dialos appear in Jarburg. Exhaust what dialogue you can with him. Defeat Rykard. Visit Volcano Manor to see he is no longer there. Speak to Jar Baron. Okay. I already knew all that. Not really spoilers. So he should be here. Well, that was a fucking lie. I already exhausted all of his dialogue and got to the poacher's bit.
Oh, hello. Have you heard?
Oh, okay, cool.
He said his name was Dialos.
He's gotta be around here somewhere.
He seems a little down in the dumps, but his hands as smooth as silk.
Okay, this is definitely the order, because I was like, I don't want to kill his brother, right?
Even though good Sir Dialos,
Because his brother did nothing wrong.
suit of armor,
But now his brother insulted him, which made him
and since he's a
do
coward,
this. Right, and since he's a coward, he won't be fighting anymore.
smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us, but I wish we had a potentate big and strong like Dialos is smooth and silky, but I wish we had a
So,
Dialos is, but I wish we
where's Dialos? Dialos?
Well, aren't you full of beans? No wonder you're covered in muck. Oh, my friend, it's been far too long. I have to say you caught me at a rather low point. But as you see, I've put all that behind me. Left the Volcano Manor, forging my own path now,
Forging my own path now, making my own choices. Okay. Even a fool like me can look... Okay. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow. Alright. Damn. So, yeah.
A fool I may be, but I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't.
So this tells a different story. You're the bad guy if you go kill Dialos' brother first, before doing Dialos' quest. The tale of House Haslow is told in blood, right? His brother insulted him, said he's no good. He leaves the safety of Volcano Manor before Volcano Manor falls, because he's, you know, seeking a path his own, right? He's doing his own thing.
A fool I may. Do you pity me?
So now your friend here, right? Because you are cool with Dialos. You're not killing him. You're like, yeah, dude, hell yeah. You and Jarburn, right? The Jar Kid, like, keep him safe. I feel like he's protected now, and that's awesome. So, I mean, the jars are strong. This is gonna be sad as fuck, but I think this is the point of the game, right? You have to do everything in the proper order before you do anything. It's like, I was about to do the Radahn Festival. I was like, oh, Dialos isn't on the list.
I can. Do you pity me?
But it changes his story entirely. The fact that you can bring him here now, before any of the things play out, right? So now he says, my brother said I'm no good. I'm leaving the Volcano Manor. So he leaves the Volcano Manor, and he goes to do, you know, good deeds in Jarburg here, right? And he's like, I could at least do this. He's like, I might not be a fighter, but like, whatever. So his story is a better ending right now. But it's the same as Millicent's thing, right? Is it better to live forever under the control of someone else, Mikola, or live for a short while and have a truly meaningful life? Oh my god, does he not go anywhere now? Okay, so we have to get all the dialogue. So adorable. The only flower I refuse to pick is the one that kid is celebrating. I don't know why he's happy about it. It's not my place to fuck with that flower. I was told to take some flowers in the village, right? Not all of the flowers in the village. I can take 99.9. But the one that they seem to give a fuck about, I'll leave that one.
A fool I may be. Do you pity me?
I don't, right now, Dialos. Not anymore. Because preparing to die. Are you digging through? Alright, these are your flowers, so I'm gonna leave that for you as well. I actually don't know if it means shit, but look, see, they're very distinctly looking at this one sunflower, right? So if I just don't take that one, there's 3 flowers in the village that I think you shouldn't pick, right? Because of the way Jarburn phrasing it of like, yeah, dude, help yourself to some of the flowers here. It's like, that implies that some of them actually are triggers and important. So I wouldn't take the ones that the NPCs actually care about, right? I know it doesn't really matter. I think it just triggers their reaction to be like, oh no, and it doesn't affect the world state, but just in case. Right? I think that's the whole point. So it's like, I wouldn't even be surprised if that one fucking flower there was actually... They're talking about Dialos's hands. Got rough hands. It's from being a butcher and a produce worker for years. No. Okay, so yeah, this does change the story. Because you're supposed to just reload the area after you've killed any of the people. And they would be dead, right? But because Radahn's the one holding the fates back, Dialos is fine. He's still just watching over Jarburg, right?
A fool I may be. Do you pity me?
You have to do everyone's quests before Radahn. Everyone. 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 Let's say that again. Go move all of the optional quests off of optional. Because you have to do all of the fucking quests in order. Right? Now Zariah is here looking for answers. Tanith gave us the potion and we can offer it to her. She's asking us to kill her. But we are currently sparing her life. So it's like giving her more time, right? Her fate is at a standstill. Everyone's fate that the wiki is like, oh, just reload the area and the thing will be done. It's like, that means you did the fucking game in the wrong order, right? So, now I understand. We did everyone's quest. Celavis's quest up until... Because he's not telling you directly. Actually, I noticed even more lore. If you refuse Celavis before you accept him, because I did, just to check, he pretends like it was a trick, right? He's like, oh, ha ha ha, I got you. This was a trick to test your loyalty to Ronnie, and you passed, right? So then, if you accept it, it changes the story. You've been lied to, right? So you think that helping Celavis is helping Ronnie. And then when you get all the way to the end of the quest, there's an extra dialogue option to explain himself. Like, what the fuck is this for, right? I don't understand the plan. And then he tells you, oh, this is to control Ronnie, right? You're betraying Ronnie. And then now you don't have to give her the potion, right? Sometimes doing nothing is doing something. You just don't give her the potion. Now that you know the context of your actions, you're like, oh, well, I'm not giving her this potion, right? Like Gideon showed me. I could just not give it to her. You're crazy. So that's why it's an option to give Ronnie the potion, right? You could go there and then ask, or you could go there and then do it and then seek absolution, sure, but I don't think you're even supposed to give it to her, because the way that the characters talk to you, right, if you exhaust every dialogue option, you say no before you say yes, which is probably what I should have done with Raya. I should have probably said no, ran around, got kicked off of the thing, ran back to her, and then teleported back up. That's probably what should have happened, right? That's why I was like, it feels like I need to run the circuit twice, but it doesn't make sense. Right? It's because I was actually supposed to. I was supposed to run it once, one way, get kicked down by Patches, run back to Zaraya, get teleported to the top, and then run back down the other way. But we didn't kill Rykard yet. We didn't kill anyone. We didn't kill any of the shard bearers, because if you aren't a skilled player, the game would direct you away from them to go explore the rest of the world, right? So Radahn being one of the hardest fucking bosses in the game, that's intentional. And then again with hiding the secret boss in an out of order position. You have to do Raya Lucaria last, because you need to do Selen's quest, which requires Radahn. You need to be strong enough to fight Radahn, and then do Selen's quest to put her in another body, because then she helps you through Raya Lucaria. So the whole fucking quest line is out of order because of everyone guiding each other to the fastest route. Nobody would ever discover the true path of do everything before you do the first boss. Or before you do the second boss, right? You have to do the first boss to go to Roundtable Hold. I think it actually, you might not even need to do Godric the Grafted, right? I think that's why Nefeli's quest was so confusing. I was like, but I did Nefeli's quest. I think you're supposed to do Margit, because he doesn't give you a rune here. Do everything up to Godric. And then, after you've helped Rajier, right? You then go back around and then start Liurnia from below. Yeah, because then you would go this way first. Or no, down, jump around, come up here, and then you would meet Hayata. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then she would ask you for fingerprint grapes. And then the third one... I fucked up the whole goddamn order. Because of the fucking wiki! But no, that's... I see. Holy fuck. I can't wait to beat the game and try again on New Game Plus, which is insane to say. Like, what the fuck? Ah! No, I can't believe it. You're not supposed to meet Enya yet. she starts revealing the secrets to you way early, and I was like, but she kind of just tells you the whole plot of the game. Yeah, it's because you're not even supposed to be there yet. They don't want you to fight Godric the Grafted. The fact that I could just walk in there and kill him is the problem with my playthrough. I'm not taking my time and exploring the world. It's not a matter of how fast can you beat the game. It's how slow can you beat the game. Miyazaki, you're fucking crazy, dude. Oh my god. Thank you, Dialos. He's not supposed to be alive right now. But everyone's fates are guided by the stars, and the stars are held in place by Radahn. You motherfucker. I understand now. Oh my god. That's actually awesome. Let's go celebrate a festival, shall we? Because if you do everything in the proper order... Could you imagine that we get the secret ending? That would be insane. I don't think we got it. I think we fucked up a couple places, but I understand now. You can only summon 6 people if you do all of the quests. There's conveniently only 6 summons for Radahn's Festival. How about that?
Radahn, mightiest demigod of the Shattering, awaits you. Champions, prepare for battle.
I just like the perspective of all the fighters. Grab that great rune. So if in my head I think you need to summon everybody for every fight because that's the strongest version of the boss on New Game Plus 7. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I killed the strongest version of every boss because I had to summon everybody for the story. Like the Salamander boss, I summoned Blackguard, Boggart, and Millicent, right? So that's the maximum summons. So he's scaled to maximum in New Game Plus 7, the highest scaling possible. So, oof. Good luck beating the game. You need to do that is what I'm saying, so... Yikes. And I think the DLC hints at that because you need to summon Hornsent for his story.
Demigod of the Shattering awaits you. Champions, prepare for battle. Defeat the general. Claim glory.
And he is like the Radahn Festival summons where you can summon him in the boss room. There's not many summons like that in the game. Very conveniently, Hornsent and Radahn's Festival.
Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival begins.
And it also, again, it changes the whole story. They fought their Threshold Guardian. Everything changes if you do it in the right order. You're the good guy. Everyone else is just a Vike. They're just killing for reasons they don't understand fully. Burning the world, resetting the world state.
Is cursed ever to wander.
You need to forgive.
Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot.
Seek absolution.
Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog. Howling at the sky. But now, we must make merry. Oh, gathering of champions! The revels begin!
Rebels.
Celebration of war! The Radahn
What if you stand right there? You get hit?
You will find the General Radahn is there, divested of his wits and howling at the sky.
So it's like all of the practices are scattered. I see. There are some semblance of good in every faction, and then also very evil core because of a misguidance in the Golden Order, right? Even Mikola seeking purity, it's like you abandon your sister for the person that you sent her after, right? You were like, hey, go fight Radahn, because she's quoted as saying pretty much, I'm here because of Mikola, right? Mikola waits for you, O promised consort, or awaits you, O promised consort, is what she says in the trailer. So it's like Mikola wants an age of prosperity, gold, purity, love, actually just peace, right? But do the ends justify the means, right? What about people who want to ritualistically fight and they don't fight to just kill and do terrible things? What about like MMA fighters and, you know, gladiators? I know that's crazy to compare the two, but it's like in our society, the closest thing we have is fucking MMA fighters. Someone who's just straight up fighting for the people's entertainment in an arena, right? All right, so we need 1, 2. All right. Three. Is that Blackguard Bogart? What the fuck? Wait. I don't think he was listed on the wiki, so it can't be him. No, it's Patches. It's Patches. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I know Patches leaves. Fucking get close enough already. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not gonna summon Patches at first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to see if there are other summons that we need. We need to celebrate the festival, right? So this is a different thing. One, two, three. Yeah, so what, Patches would be the last one? I'm okay with dying there. There's one on the hill right there. I don't know who that is, but if that's not Patches, then that's the 6th person that we need to summon. Okay. Obviously, I wasn't really fighting Radahn. I was just seeing where the summon signs are. But it does change the game. I don't think I can pull the horse out. Also, I bought a stack of arrow, or as many arrows as humanly possible from an NPC. And that was a mistake. That's 1, 2... 3. Ow. Fuck yeah. 4. Did I summon Blythe? Yeah. So they can be re-summoned. Who are you? Alright, Patches. Technically that's everybody, right? There's those 3 and then Patches. Patches isn't leaving. Doesn't he leave right away? Isn't he supposed to dip? He's supposed to leave. Yep, Patches left. I was like, wait a minute. That's funny. Patches is supposed to emulate the worst players. Alright. Oh, what the fuck? I can't mimic? Alright. That's fine. I wonder if his summon sign shows up anywhere around here. It's like after 25 seconds, their summon sign reappears, which is pretty cool. Ride towards the sun, brave warriors. Alright, Okina. I think your summon sign should reappear in a second. I wonder if we could like wait it out and resummon everybody for this last bit. Technically we did it though. We got every summon here. Yeah, they're back. Okay, cool. Okay, it is possible. I think that's gonna be my play, is wait for all of the summons. I don't think you need them to be alive in the end, but that might be the only person to ever actually do that. Is to get all of the summons to live all the way to the end of the fight. If Alexander Warrior Jar can put his summon back down, I wonder what happens. I mean, he could still say the same thing of like, I got beaten by Radahn in a single hit. But I wonder if it changes the dialogue that he lived until the end of the fight. It was like, that was a glorious fight, right? It was like everyone fucking participated. I mean, I did half of his damage like right away, but... Okay, and that explains why the last summon is way the fuck over here. Oh, and if you're supposed to keep them alive, they would give you a healer. Okay, no, yeah, I think I'm onto something. I think game design wise, it's telling you what I'm saying, right? You have one healer out of the bunch of summons that you get. God damn. No, I tried to roll. Wait a minute. How the fuck did Alexander survive the whole fight just now? I didn't even need to resummon. Hold the phone. I think we might have found a way to do it. What is happening right now? Though every time I'm reading the wiki and it says something is bound to happen, we end up doing it on stream, and it's like, that is not what is happening in the slightest. The character that you said would die is actually helping me beat the fuck out of the boss more than anyone. Thank you, Alexander. Then you hang a right here so that you line him up with this flag, and he'll shoot that, and then you get to these ones, right? I pull the horse out. Damn, I almost lined that up perfect. I just didn't want Torrent to take that shot. Alright, I'm gonna heal up all the way. Get close enough at the end of his combo. There we go. Then he's gonna jump. Wait, what? Normally at half health he jumps. He got down to 25% and he did a bonus attack. So that's my bad. We've never seen him do that in my 766 hours and 8 times beating the game. But hey, you learn something new every day. Normally at half health he'll jump. We're gonna kill him. The game knew that he was fucked and had to pull some bullshit. But I mean, hey, it warms my heart to see Alexander standing there and he never got defeated. It's like, what happens, right? How does the dialogue change when you summon Alexander but beat Radahn? It's like the wiki doesn't even say that's a thing that can happen. So let's try. Let me get soda real quick. It's actually more of a challenge to try and summon all these fucking guys in instead of just fighting the boss myself. But I think that's the fun. I kind of like that the game is designed in ways to challenge how you would conventionally play, which also feels like the true endings path that I was guided. Sometimes it feels like maybe this isn't required to beat the game for the secret ending, but it is fun to wind up doing it anyway. But then it gives you a blue item at the end of the path, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe it was required, but who knows? Remember, absolute means both complete, and absolution, as in the game, is forgiveness, right? And in the DLC, they say grant them forgiveness in death. Gotta let the world die. And we're back. I got a Dr. Pepper Blackberry, and I am fucking addicted. Where were we? Oh yeah, Radahn. One of the hardest boss fights in the game. What the fuck? I guess I was just repressing it. I was like, it says Stake of America. Where did I die? Ah, yeah, that's right. Where everyone dies. Let's just wait here for a second and watch all the blood stains pop up. Hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really? We saw 2 players load in. There's a message. Oh. We weren't in the multiplayer servers for this section. Even though we see these people. Where are the bloodstains? Normally people die immediately upon walking in. That first arrow, if you didn't level up your health, then you just walk through the game. How to beat Radahn. Walk forward. Good job. You've beaten Radahn. Alright, maybe I'm getting a little greedy here. Alright, yep. If the whole thing is about forgiveness, you gotta understand that why you have to summon patches there, right? Somebody just got killed. Okina. Damn. Alright, just to make sure these guys don't get hit by a fucking nuke, I'm gonna take it over here. Nice, that actually worked. Okay, I rolled into that. Do you think we can get him? No, I got greedy with my heals. Also, someone else died, I heard, so I was just kind of like, ah, fuck. Dude, we can beat this guy. I'm more focused on my fucking jar friend, and everybody else is dying. How the fuck does everybody die before the jar guy? What is happening right now? This doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Alexander should be dead. Why is he the one that survived the most out of everybody so far? Right? Am I going crazy? I've only summoned him once per fight so far, right? He just built. My Alexander's built different. I don't know. Reforged through many cycles. Like, actually though, what the fuck? That's fine, as long as I get the attack off. I missed. What the fuck did you just throw at me for? Okay. So the best thing to do would be to run downhill. Okina died. Is he just killing himself? Is he using like rivers? No, he's using rivers of blood, not seppuku. I'm like, how the fuck is he killing himself? Okay. Oh, Jaren. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Actually, Radahn. Oh, no, you don't. I had to drop lock on and turn my attack backwards because I knew he was circling me. And then I got him on the back end of that shit. God, that was such a good fucking attack to kill him with. I'm not gonna lie. I'll brag about that one. That one was pure skill. And I'll explain how I did it. Fucking A. Okay, so now the fates have been forced, right? We did everyone's quest. We talked to everybody as many fucking times as possible everywhere. Okay. Alright. We definitely fucked up. Oh, I already know where I fucked up as soon as it happened too. God damn it. Yeah, that was actually sick.
Ah, good. I was waiting for you. What a sick way to fight, eh? The glory of the clash is shared by Radahn and you.
Well, we know he says that no matter what then, because we definitely summoned everyone.
Right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radahn...
Oh, fuck. We summoned every single person into that fight. That was cool. True celebration of the festival. And I got the killing blow and probably did more damage. I feel like Okina did a lot of damage and just sacked himself. Like he glass cannoned that shit. So I am thankful for the summons. It wasn't, the glory is not shared by me and Radahn alone, honestly. I'm glad that everyone participated. That was cool. And it changes the story. One of the people you summoned is Fia's companion that you fight later on, right? So if you've done all of the quests, it's like he's still alive right now because no one is going down into the Eternal City. Because there is no way down there, right? No one can find a way down. So the Lionel, the Godwin, or no, the I mean, yes, Godwin is where you're going, but no, the Godwin loyal, what the fuck is his name though? He's this game's version of Siegmeyer of Katarina. Had to make the noise.
Hello there. It was a battle marvelously fought. You are well and truly a champion, friend. I, on the other hand, am nothing but a crock.
No.
Was all it took to crack me.
Honestly, no, bro. You outlasted Now I don't agree with you at all, Jarman.
And as such, I can hardly stand to face one such as you.
So what happens if you make it through without Alexander dying?
Luck would have it. There's a veritable mountain of warriors' bodies right here. If I can just squeeze this bunch down inside me, I'll be a mighty warrior again in no time. And you know, the bodies found here are exceedingly fine. Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering, the greatest of all wars? Just you wait and see, friend. I'll grow even stronger. Just you wait when next we meet. The bodies found here. Who could expect it? Just you wait.
Actually, hold on.
Let's meet where the fallen star met the earth, and we'll go into battle again, side by side.
I like that Blind literally is like, dude, that was sick. It's like, what a sick way to fight.
And the final act.
And it's only really just begun.
Let's meet with a falling star. We'll go
Okay.
with my only purpose, curtains rising.
Oh, he like had an extra line there for a sec. Is this a... Don't know whose message that is, but thank you. If it has the circle around it, that means you went into multiplayer, and then you pressed the top button for settings, like triangle or Y. I don't know what the fuck it is on mouse and keyboard. And then slime. These are my multiplayer, or my group passwords. This doesn't prevent you from joining anyone, but it adds... It makes it more likely that you see my messages and anyone else that's got that code there, right? So it doesn't lock you out of multiplayer, it just adds... It helps you find your friends easier. It's the best way to describe it. It doesn't make it so only you and your friends can join, but... Also, I have the blue ring on, and right before I started stream, I got summoned to help somebody fight an invader. And it was like right outside of Radahn's castle. It was so funny. Because I just like spawned right behind the guy who had half health, and he was running from the host of fingers that I had to protect. So the enemy invader ran straight into me, and I just hit him once, and he died. And then the host of fingers got up to me and cheered. And then when it gave me the reward, I jumped off of the bridge. Just was like, all right, well, see ya. If you want help when you get invaded, you should use this thing. When invaded, requests the aid of a hunter. I guess I'm a hunter. It's the blue spirit, so I'm a blue soul. Puts the wearer in the ready state to answer should someone in another world call for rescue. So I've just been saving people. I think like 4 people I've helped. Not very often does it happen. It's almost in the most inconvenient times though. I'll be like running like right outside of the boss room, like right like here, right? Like I'm about to run in, and then it's like, oh, you're being summoned to another world. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So it throws me into a whole other world in the middle of a situation, and then when I'm done with that, it puts me back where I was standing. So I'm like, oh shit. It's the most chaotic ring, but it is fun. It is fun. Because I know I'm helping people, like in the community. Nobody wants to get invaded. So having just another friend show up to help against the invading spirit is nice. Because the invading spirit, it's not the game isn't really balanced 100% for you to be invaded by an extra enemy as smart as a fucking player, right? That could chase you to the ends of the earth. Shocker. So just keep the white ring like over here. And also maybe one of these. Gotta love the Mimic Veil. For PvP, it's pretty much the I'm waiting for my friend to get here item. It's like, you'll never... Oh. Where did you come from? Okay, that was the nastiest read. You held this sword the whole fucking time. God damn. I could be and should be leveling because I don't believe this is the playthrough. I don't know why my spatial awareness is like, I just remember exactly where I died. Why are there so many fucking ghosts around here? Secret tunnel? Secret wall? Secret wall? Secret tunnel? No, 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 no. Okay. They need to give that guy a raise. He's gotten me every time. Like from the beginning of my playthrough. Like from the beginning of my first playthrough. Now, he has never stopped. Wait, time out, hold on. Give me a sec. Thank you. Visions of friendship. It's these guys beating the fuck out of each other. That's funny. Okay, alright, well, that's not cool. I see now where I must go. Time out. Okay, you didn't do the glowy, dude. It's not fair. God, I hate when there's multiple enemies. I had to roll from the guy attacking behind me, and I just rolled right back into the first guy's arrow. If I didn't roll, I would have just got hit by the sword, and then hit from that guy into the guy's arrow. Like, there was no choice. Double roll? Maybe? You guys sort your differences. Jump attack poise is crazy. Damn, he just got fucking stunted on. I don't know what, the greater will possessed me just now for that fight. I don't know what happened. Not quite yet. I just know the layout of the room below, so I think one more loop. Hey, that wasn't fair. Hold on, there's more to this realm. What do you got here? Nothing. Well. I mean, the poison, or whatever, the grave bloom's worth it, but... Okay, Scarlet Rot. Do you fight the other guy? Radahn soldiers. Oh, that's why they're fighting. Duh. Thunder Kaelid. Holy shit! Can you... Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh god, I just fucking used his teleport against him. I don't even know. You forgot, back when he was alive, there was a staircase. He's mad about that one. There's a staircase there. So, I understand the confusion. What are you hiding in here? I hate the rumbly room. Okay. Shield up. Oof. Well, it actually doesn't do much damage to my Mimic. How much fucking health does that thing have compared to me? Whoa, God, that was a psych out. I thought that player that just walked in was a ghost from outside. I was like, what? That can happen? Like, the color scheme of those are so similar to the player ghost. It's insane. Maybe they're supposed to be the same thing. But that was nuts. That was. I was like, wait, what the fuck? That shouldn't exist in this boss room. Calculated. Thank you, Mimic. This was a legendary. Legendary Ashen Remains used to summon the spirit of Ogha, the Redmane Knight. Spirit of a mighty knight versed in the use of a great bow. A valiant warrior who will attack immediately after being summoned. The longest serving member of the Redmane Knights, Ogha studied techniques to manipulate gravity alongside Radahn. May use a rain of gravitational arrows in response to a war cry, but only once. Oh, that's dope. You can use a skill to trigger a different... I'm sure there's like a Ash of War or something, or like a skill you can use. Walking out of the dungeons isn't that big of a deal. I don't know why they give you the shortcuts on most of these. I think it's to trick you. It feels like you did something bad when you take that shortcut. I don't know how to explain it. Like the game didn't want you to do that. It's like the lack of sound effect. It doesn't feel triumphant when you take that shortcut. It feels like finally I'm getting the fuck out of here, right? It's crazy. Those catacombs are insane. The thing is, you're immortal, so you can die as many times as you want. I'm not entirely sure. Like, as long as destined death isn't brought to the lands between, your character can technically die as many times as they want. But also, the only two ways out of here are shortcut or fast travel, right? You can't beat Radahn. Oh my god, I was about to say, let me visually look at it to see. It's the same fucking thing. It's roots with a light coming out of it. And this one is roots with a light coming out of it. I really had to knock the fucking sword onto the thing. Here, let's just rest here real quick. It's a little bit smaller, but it's the same thing as the Grace. Actually, this is like a triple Spirit Crucible. There's like 3 lengths. The really, really tiny one, there it is on the right there. You can see all 3 right now, and now one of them faded. There's like a really tiny third one. What are you? It looks like spirits flowing out of the ground. Oh, the candle guiding spirits thing. You're supposed to take this. Yes! Yes! You can fucking get. Oh my god! Thank God. I'm like, what power are you using here? Oh, it's the guiding light, the thing that probably brought you to the lands between. It's like, this is the true guiding grace. Hell yeah, dude. Thank God. Fuck. Okay, now what? So instead of fast traveling, when you really don't know where the fuck to go, it's best to run to the next location. And now I immediately realize we need to talk to Selin, right? Like there's a bunch of characters that we need to talk to in proper order. This is definitely the path. They put as much shit as they possibly could in the way. Hey, doggies. Why are these dogs like raptors? Ah. We need to go towards Selin, not Celia. Is there a merchant I missed here? Was that him just now? I could spend money. Hey, you want the souls of Radahn? He just looks at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Headband reserved for the Badlands Bravest. Proof that the wearer has slaughtered countless foes. Goddamn. Following the example of their chieftain Horolu, the brave warriors of the Badlands shun excess adornment. They're like, ew, you wear armor, bro? Sturdy great helm made from iron. Though it is uncomfortably heavy and obstructs the vision of the wearer, it provides considerable damage negation. That is a very clear story they're trying to tell you with two items being sold from the same merchant. They're like, there are the people who don't wear armor in the Badlands, and then there's this clunky armor you can't see out of. Right? But it actually provides you good protection. Like, that's crazy. You need to meet them, you need to somehow get a, like, middle ground, right? Like a visor that could lift up. Cauldron reserved for the Badlands Bravest. Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. It's the same thing. Gravity's advantage. You can knock out flying foes with gravity magic or whatever, right? Gravitational power that pulls can bring flying foes low. Yeah. You just need to, that's how you beat the birds. All of the birds in Caelid being flightless birds makes sense now. They're not like completely flightless, but they're not like dragons just soaring around, right? Skies are clear. Where are we going? Underground. Honestly, this is fine. Bleed damage now. Seek the truth. If you're trying to get to New Game Plus 7, use every fucking advantage. I have all of my health as high as you can put it. And they're still just kicking me 2 times in the shin and I die. Kind of rough. Something. Okay, look. The blue light is this tree. And this tree, the candlelight light, is the prophecy. right? That's the Erd tree burning in the eyes of the Golden Order. In the eyes of the Golden Order, there are no other trees, which we know is a lie at the end of the game. And so the symbol of a burning tree is sacrilege, because it means burn the Erd tree. And because of the prophecy of the Erd tree getting set on fire, which is why they cut people's eyes out when they see the future. I mean, that's a good way to keep your subjects loyal. Don't let them see anything.
You're... Are you to the south, to the east?
So these people always misguide you. Everything the finger reader crones have said so far has been like the opposite of what you should do. They're like, go into Godric's castle and kill everybody and go to Renala and kill her. Right? That's the first one you meet. That's the opposite of what you need to do for the secret ending. Obviously. The blind leading the blind would never find the truth. Symbolic but literal. And magical, right? They had their magical sight removed because of the prophecy of that candlelight tree. The blue light tree is the actual prophecy and guidance that you should follow. Which means shortcut is okay in the dungeon, I think, hopefully. All of that to hopefully say that it's fine. There's certain areas you can't come back from, and you need the candlelight to go back. That's the only reason, I think. If you're trying to 100% the game by walking, you need those candlelights. But it feels like cheating to not walk out of the dungeon. So follow the road, right? Look, we go up, we go around. It's saying something related to D, because it's trying to remind us about D. Which, yes, we're going to meet D's twin soon. Warmaster's Shack, Bernal, trying to remind you about the manor. Now that you have your second rune, you can go here and then help Bernal. Follow the road. Roderica. Oh my god, is the Dung Eater there? Roderica warns you, that was a sentence to say, about the Dung Eater. If this door is open, oh shit. Okay. I mean, we already got the seed bed curse and talked to him, but like, I just remembered. I'm like, oh fuck.
Greetings, are you here for... I can hear it from across the wing, past the round table. The howling and wailing of spirits in fear of the curse. I can even hear the repulsive, twisted malice in itself. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong, but please.
So something happens with her. I forget what it is, but there is a line of dialogue I haven't been able to trigger that it says on the wiki, where she acknowledges the Dung Eater might be right, which is horrifying for Roderica fans. But she's saying, like, actually after they are given the curse, the people kind of shut the fuck up, right? they don't scream anymore. So it's like, huh. I wonder what that means symbolically. If you're aligned with the Golden Order, it would be scary, but if you know that all of the runes should be placed back in the Elden Ring to repair it, it's just hinting that maybe the person that has the ring itself is fucking deranged, and you need to get the seed bed curse back to him, right? Pretty much pile up all of the evil in one place, and then now you have the ring and the power, right? He tried to spread the seed bed curse but failed. You stopped him. Blue. Ah, would have been super cool for a blue one, because Rajir's a spellblade, a glintstone spellblade, right? So, and you were the one that kind of helped me realize this whole thing. Thank you, sir. And you.
I see you found another great room.
I knew. Okay, I was like, there has to be something here in the round table.
Indeed. Make the journey to the capital, Leyndell, that lies to
He's wrong. Don't do that. Technically, yes, but take the longest route there possible.
Two fingers will deny your passage no longer.
Oh, I should talk to Enya too, huh?
Find your way to the Elden Ring.
Did you technically do Radahn first?
Punished. And we must answer the call of grace.
You see this list right here on the left? Hello, Slime. What's up, Orange Buster? I think this list right here is the true order of the bosses that you need to do. I just did Godric, did everyone's quests up until the end, right? And then Radahn is the one I just killed, right? I didn't do Renala yet, but I did everyone's quest that I possibly could do. And now, after fighting Radahn, everything is put into motion. So it's like, I think this is kind of guiding you, because also next would be Rykard, right? The blasphemous snake and evil dude. Because that's like, if you're walking the path and you aren't fast traveling, right? You trace the road. Yeah, because then you're supposed to go here to Margit. So it's kind of telling you how to get back to Margit the Fell, who's all the way over here, right? That is the path, because you're trying to get here through the underground. I'm understanding the secret path through using my fucking eyes. Hopefully? Hopefully? They give you a list of bosses. The guy who studied the text knows which order to do them in, at least, hopefully, so. Use your eyes, right? It's like right here on the left. There's a list of bosses in order, and it's a weird order. Why would you do them in this order is a better question. But then when you actually think about it, it's like you technically can do them in this order. You do Godric, and then you open up Liurnia, but then you don't do Renala. You run everywhere that you can looking for answers. You could do everyone's quest. And then Radahn is where they keep guiding you to, right? And Rykard. Right? These are the two that it keeps guiding you to. So after Radahn, Rykard would be next of shard bearers to kill. You killed Radahn, the strongest demigod, so the next demigod that's bad would be on your list. Rykard, right? If you're a good person. The blasphemous Rykard. Especially because of Diallos' story of finding truth. Oh yeah, that now yeah, because I wasn't down the line yet, I guess. So you would go, you were walking this path, this is the fastest, you meet up with Diallos, you find out what happened when he found his own path now, away from Volcano Manor, right? It makes you think, now I need to find my own path from Volcano Manor. Maybe we talk to Muriel. What does this guy symbolize? He's like the unity between these two. Oh, fuck, that's gonna be hard. There's so many different ways that they overlap. But where is the biggest overlap, right? Their children. Ronnie. Oh yeah, done. And you need to bring the Finger Slayer blade to Ronnie. You killed Radahn. So you're going up. Erd Tree, Frenzied Flame, reminding you about the truth. This is when you would give Hyetta Vike's eye. Oops. I think maybe. And then I did that a little too early. But I think that kind of proves my point. You could just do like one thing a little too early and you're fucked, right? Hayeda's fate wasn't held back by Radahn. You can actually do her quest and Feli's quest. It's so fucking confusing. What is happening here? This is where it gets confusing. It's like it still aligns, but everything is resolved already. How the fuck did I do this? Well, I guess this is where you would seek truth if you already know the truth. You can do this. So maybe this doesn't matter because you can't find Hayeda truly until you do everything I just said to get to the bottom of Lindell. Which would be right here. Anyway. I think. Hold on, let's go back. We're not done walking the path yet. So after that, it really is just use your eyes. So we go to Ronnie. Elvis would be dead. Pitia would be dead. Ronnie. We already had to have gone underground and done all this, done this, done this. Or well, done all of this. Ah. 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 Talk about a split decision, dude. I know the path you need to take, but wow. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. Fuck. Oh my god. I'm glad I made a save state before this. I think I see the path. I'm glad I just did this. So next, oof. You actually would the person to check on before you would go in would be Kenneth, Selin, right? Kali.
Journey to the capital. Let two things you maybe. General Radahn. He fought man by my door.
Did he just give me something? No. I think I fucked up the order. Maybe? No. We did everything, I think? We got Rajier's secret letter. I think that is the indicator that you got their quest done the right way. They're allowing you the truth, and also they died achieving their goal in the end. Which is more important than living forever. They achieved their magnum opus! Oh. Okay. 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 I see it. I understand. Hold on. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I'm piecing it together. Hold on. So, normal. Alright, we just did Radahn. That would have been that. Okay. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so we did this, we did that, we did this, and then we did that. We finally... Oh, and then we did this, all the way back up, all the way through here, back up, all the way around, got blocked. So then you have to go backwards, you do everyone's quests, you finished everything, and they're all sending you back down to Caelid. You beat Caelid, and now it's sending you all the way back up? Now I understand. I see it. I see it. I understand. I understand, Miyazaki. The grace is backwards. The graces are moving backwards. You can look at the way that they're pointing on the map. You actually have to go backwards. See how they're pointing this way? That was a fucking lie. It's literally confirming what I just pointed out because the graces are drawing that line. Holy shit, it's just backwards. That's the way that the graces are pointing, dude. Duh. Holy fuck. You just have to understand everybody's quest and where you want them to wind up. You need to be the world. It's the dumbest way to phrase it, but actually. Holy shit. Now the fates are in my hand. Because I've beaten Radahn. That's why it was so confusing for a second. I was like, why does it feel like I can do everyone's quest all of a sudden? Oh, I can. I just need to now continue to do them in the right order. That's why no one can find the fucking secret. You could literally fuck it up in a million different... There's like 100 ways to do this wrong. Holy shit. No one was gonna do this. No one was gonna do this. I guess I'm no one. We found the secret path. That's why the castles are upside down. That's why everything is backwards. That's why there are invisible paths regarding Selin and the astrologers. And that's why the secret path through the game is all relating to them and their position and how you do the fucking quests in the end. That's crazy. Talk about symbolism. What the fuck? It's like a quadruple cake of symbolism. Actually, a tres leches. It's got 3 layers, right? Because that's the whole... That's the triple ring sandwich or whatever the fuck. Okay, doggy. I just want this thing. Huh. Look, I love claymation as much as the next guy, but holy shit. Are these clay monsters still, or are these just normal corpses? Because they look kind of like the clay men from down below, but also like the corpses that... Yeah, no, that's a normal corpse. This is the kind of corpse that the Dung Eater defiles. Ugh. Okay. Oh, am I supposed to go to Garang? Do I have any death root to give him? Is that what that's to, like, remind me about? I already beat the shit out of him. You good? Nope. Okay. Maybe I should have, but I already turned it in a minute ago. And that explains why Alexander's just randomly here. by Jarberg. Stuck, right? He couldn't save his... Oh, that's the saddest. And he's probably spared because he was stuck. You know Alexander's brave. So, the only way that he wouldn't have been able to defend Jarberg is he was celebrating the festival and got stuck on his way back. Oh, this is definitely the way that you have to do the story, because everyone's story actually makes sense now. Like, everyone's story makes sense. I'm like, oh my god. Before there, everyone was just speaking gibberish. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You teleported here. And they're like talking about their brother. I'm like, I killed that guy. Or like, I'm about to go kill him. What are you fucking talking about, dude? They just gave me the letter. But now it's like, of course, he talks about his brother in the manor when they give you the assassination mission. Then he leaves because he can't kill his brother, right? He just says, fuck this, I'm leaving. And then he's, because of his brother, in the position he's in, right? He left because of his doubt. He couldn't face his brother, right? So you have to face his brother, is essentially what happens now. Everyone gives you a letter to fight with them. Patches is doing it as like a, hey, I want to fight versus, or like, I want you to do it, right? Like, I don't actually want to fight this guy. I want you to do my dirty work. And then there's the Bernal, who wants to fight for fighting's sake, right? He's like, I just want the fucking glory, dude. That's what he's there for. And then you have the Dialos mission, which is why it's a red letter, right? It makes sense why he's talking about his brother at that moment, and the letter is there, and it's a different color that matches him, right? It's like so many things make sense now, if you do it all in the perfect order. Like, oh, duh. He didn't want to kill his brother. He probably just didn't even want to face his brother, right? Maybe because he's like saying like, damn it, my brother was right. I'm a fucking coward and an easy mark, right? I should have known. And it's because they're asking him to kill his own brother. So it's like, okay, well, damn it, I fucked up. So now he just leaves. And goes and lives in Jarberg. And that's why he's like, do you pity me? Or you like is that why you're not killing me? Because he knows that you're a part of the manor, right? But you're also his friend, so you're just like letting him live. And if you, because I know there are people who would view him as a traitor if they're truly like crazy loyal to Volcano Manor or whatever. Because players do that shit. They like RP as their character. That's the whole point. Like, I'm a Blood Knight, and we're about to leech this guy's life. If I remember correctly, you just stand here. Get behind him. On this side, and then he'll shield slam, right? Damn. I forgot what it was, but there was a way we triggered his AI that he would just... He would shield slam, but I don't know what I would do. I would just like position, there we go. You just get like right behind him. That was cool. The throwing the sword around the tree was pretty cool, actually. I'm not even mad about that. That was dope. Normally I try to get them stuck on something like that so that I can heal, and he was like, that is not going to work right now. I was like, well, fuck. That's alright. Rematch. You're supposed to go into the shack or what? I thought I killed this guy. Something tells me bleed damage isn't gonna work too well on him. God damn. The shield break animation is impossible to get out of, so I'm just stuck like that. It's almost better to not shield. Also, now you see what I'm talking about with New Game Plus 7. Being scaled like you're a level 1 character. I'm level 200 and it feels like I'm level 1. It's insane. It's like, I might as well be doing a level 1 playthrough. So it's like, if you aren't ready for a level 1 playthrough, you're not gonna be able to get the secret ending, right? Because you have to, the whole thing is absolute. You need to do all of it. So, you're gonna have to 100% the game in New Game Plus 7. Good luck. It's like doing a no leveling playthrough. And then also, I don't think you're allowed to rebirth, because the whole lore is that it's a different soul. So if you're supposed to be the one true lord from beginning to end, you're not supposed to fast travel, you're not supposed to die, you're not supposed to rebirth your character. Because the whole no death reward is already a series staple. Before it was a ring, and now I'm like, okay, it makes sense why no one has found this fucking ending yet. The no death is a theory, but it's not, it's based off of evidence that's already existed. The only way you can get the motherfucking, I hate tracking animations. That looks so stupid just because of that. I had to roll like 3 times just to find out, oh, it's actually glued to me. My god. I saw my character like stop the animation there. I blocked and then it just killed me anyway. What the fuck is happening? That one felt like the game wanted me dead. I was like, dude, this one's going really well. And then the game was like, I know how you're blocking right now, but what if you weren't? Hear me out. What if you weren't in fact blocking? What the fuck is this stupid bullshit? Do you have to reset every time? So dumb. Oh my god. It really does feel like I'm doing a new game, or it feels like I'm doing a level 1 playthrough. There we go. That's what it was. I'm like a thorn in his side. A big one. I was like, there was a way to beat him. I just don't remember what it was. It's a way to get him to trigger his shield slam nonstop. I'm glad I remembered. I made him go from like one of the hardest bosses to you fucking dumb bastard. But, ugh. You just walk behind him. Forehead. He should actually be using that shield and not just using it as a weapon. So, punish him for it. I just didn't expect the trigger to be that close and that consistent behind him. That was kind of, you know, cartoonish. But the rest of his moves are like, oh, it doesn't matter where you are. I could throw my sword and just teleport it to you and it's tracking you perfectly, right? So it's like all about timing. So it's like, just make sure he can't do any of that, right? Just stop it, essentially. Get behind him. Not every boss allows you to do that. Some of them have like an attack where they turn around quickly and attack and jump away from you. So it's like 3 things, right? It's to punish you being too close behind them while spamming attack. That's an attack that exists that some of the enemies have. He doesn't. I think it's his shield slam, but if you just roll, you're fine. Speaking of which, I think it's also to remind you that now patches, after you get through and do all that, will be here in the shaded castle, because I actually forgot about that too. And patches is another person that we would have seen here. So I see. So Stormhill Shack, we don't need to go there. Let me just think though, like what? Yeah, no, there's a line of dialogue from Radahn that I do not know how to trigger. So I know that this is telling me, hey, there's something with Radahn and the Dung Eater's quest, right? Because that's the lineup here. It's a whole bunch of symbolism shit that I explained through like 9 hours in another stream, but like Philosopher's Stone, right? She has a line of dialogue relating to it, so has to be related somehow. It's just kind of reminding you that Radahn exists. Maybe to go upgrade your spirit ashes if you haven't already, but I mean we already did, so. See, smithing stones aren't blue items. They're like not important. So it never feels like, oh, I need to go collect the smithing stones. But like all of the rune arcs and everything, like if you're trying to actually repair the world, you would need every piece of the fucking Elden Ring, right? There's an Everjail here? I guess maybe because death isn't, maybe you can't rebirth after a certain point, after killing Malekith, right? Dude, I just fought so many Crucible Knights at once. You were not scary. Oh, what extra combo extension? That's another reason you want to roll weapon side, is because obviously the shield side is going to block you. They didn't have it programmed that well in the previous games, but in this one, if their shield just kind of acts as a turtle shell if it's on their back, right? It doesn't matter where it is, if it's there, it's going to block. That was worth it. That looks so fucking cool with the like turquoise lighting. Holy shit. Why can't we be a turquoise spirit? I guess I've been a blue spirit before, but like what the fuck? Actually, I don't want to be a turquoise spirit. That's like the jail ones. Well, most of them are wrongfully imprisoned. I think the only one that truly deserves it is the Dung Eater, right? Most of them are like trying to seek truth, and the Golden Order doesn't like that. That's funny. And then the one person that's locked in a jail isn't a spirit jail, like the Dung Eater. He's locked in a real jail cell. They don't want him to be anywhere ever, right? So they're like, no, you're trapped for real. Like, how evil do you have to be where it's like, it's not just your spirit, like it's not your essence, right? Because that's what we normally do here. You have to be in jail. Your physical form has to be locked the fuck away. Like, damn. How crazy was that guy? I mean, we know how crazy he is. He's fucking deranged as hell. Again, though, when you analyze the story, it goes into like, he's crazy because of the Golden Order, but he's definitely crazy in the story. He does what now? He's trying to defile corpses? Okay. Oh my god, I was too close. He's kind of just laughing at the Dung Eater. He's really, like, yeah, he's the craziest fucking character that there is, so. Damn, the sound is insane. It's going so loud. It's -21 and it's still like peaking up to like how as loud as I am. I gotta like turn the mic towards me more. It already is. That's weird. Did I bump into it on the bottom? Nope, it is at full volume. It was at halfway down orange and now it's not. It like my own mic is all fucked up. Alright. Blood slash. Backslash. I never used this one. Hold on. Okay, that's why. The backstep is so fucking bad in this game. I mean, it's better in the other games in my opinion. I normally use it, but everyone just has such a big weapon that you have to space it better, right? It's like, it's just a harder thing to do. Before it was like, oh, I could just backstep out. Now it feels a little slower, right? Like I just tried to backstep that. I got fucking hit right in my dick. That's what I get for trying to backstep. Especially because a roll is so much smoother. You can backstep, but you're never going to be able to convince anyone that it's easier to do than rolling, which is sad. And then of course easiest above all is just blocking. That's the problem with blocking too much though. Easy to block, but when the enemy isn't meant to be blocked, you're not gonna block it, right? Look at how much stamina I have. 2 hits and he broke my guard. That's new game +7. It's like all of your build, it does not matter. I have like 70 endurance. No, I have like 50 something. Like right when it hits cap, right? Soft cap. It does not matter. Soft cap ain't shit in new game +7. It's gonna fucking kill you. It really does just feel like I'm doing a no leveling playthrough. Damn it. Technically, I did heal. I'm at higher health now. That's like a full dragon tail. Jesus. How come the Crucible Knights after ancient... Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Wait. The Golden Order is lying? No. How is the Crucible Knight able to use dragon powers for realsies, but not be a salamander? Because he's existed since Horlu of ancient times, so like any salamander... Wait, whoa, what the fuck? What? I have so many lore questions now. I'm like, wait, that tail was like a real dragon's tail. He's using all of the aspects of the Crucible. But that's a real dragon-sized tail, right? Like that's a a tail right there. But actually, that makes so, now I have so many, I'm glad I actually died that many times to experience that. Yeah, and they want you to really think about the tail too, because it's a move that guy gives you. But wait a minute. He should be a salamander, right? Like the big salamander dragons, or people who use dragon, or I guess maybe that's it. They access the strength of dragons through those kind of crucible spells, right? Aspect of the crucible, yeah. One of the ancient Erdtree incantations creates a supple tail that's a weird way to describe it. It sweeps through foes before the caster. Charging enhances potency. This is a manifestation of the Erdtree's primal vital energies, an aspect of the primordial crucible, where all life was once blended together. It's Erdtree, even more confusing. I mean, the Erdtree is the crucible and it's dead. The world is dead and they're trying to keep it alive, spirit magic style, which is kind of like Demon Souls. When you die, you turn into a spirit. So it's like the tree is your character from Demon Souls. No, not really. It's like it. It's not that it is your character. It's just like that same kind. When you die in Demon Souls, you turn into spirit form instead of hollowing. Same thing. Tree dies, but instead of trying, the world represents the world tree. The world is dying. Marika doesn't want the world to die. Out of fear of it, she perpetuates it by making a ghost tree. Ghost world. That explains why. And it's off of the trunk of a actual tree, right? Because you see that there's a real tree underneath it when you get to Lindell. And then there's like the spirit bark on top of it. So... And then when you go into the tree at the final fight, it's hollow. There's nothing inside of it. And it's flat on top, like it's been cut. Like the tree has been, you know, pruned already. So, the world was cut down, but the ghost of the tree remains. If the lands between was supposed to be the lands between life and death, it explains why there is a half-dead, half-alive tree representing the half-dead, half-alive people's civilization that was once life, right? It's like life is stagnant. The cycle isn't continued because the ring on the right side is broken, right? This is where the DLC land is supposed to be. The sun-themed land of scorpions and lions and gold, and then it's on the opposite end of the blue night sky, right? So my brain is saying this was once order and below was chaos, huh? Is that it? Is that why there's so much chaos flame down here? And then they put order into chaos is why it's like all fucked up. They don't want chaos anymore. They want only the golden order. Alright, I'm understanding. You have to see like what is literally happening and then what are they metaphorically meaning by these things. What is the magical meaning? The magical mystery. 4. Ooh, treasure for me. Don't mind if I do. Okay, hold on now. What do you have on your shirt? Is that Godric? All right. Would be cool if there were graves to jump down over here. That would make the loop way easier. Ah. You just gotta look a bit for the hidden path, but you'll find it. I thought it had an underneath. It's a chunky rock right there. So now... Ale. Just cuz it's always nice to visit an old friend, right? Why is the combat music playing? Hello. Oh, and now his reaction to me makes sense. It's like, wait, you're the guy that helped everyone and did all that shit and beat Radahn. Oh, well, you're a customer. You're back. Because before it was like, why is he reacting to me like that? It's like, oh, this is when you're supposed to bump back into him. Now it's like, whoa, you're the dude that did the thing. What the fuck? Because it's like everyone was there. They all partook in the festival, but then they saw that the true fight was between me and Radahn. They probably couldn't do it in their worlds, so. Alright, Yura's gone, Bach is gone. So the only NPC path is straight to Selin, and then if you look right behind Selin, you see exactly where we need to go, right? Use your eyes. I wonder if Bari has anything to say. We got our second rune. I did all of the quest for him. I'm hoping that it's just a leave the world in a certain state kind of thing, and then we, at the end of the game, still get the secret ending, but who the fuck knows, right? No. So Selin is gonna ask you to go all the way down to the like southern fucking peninsula, furthest edge of the map. Oh, and that guides you to Kenneth's technically, because when you come back up, that's where it points you. All right.
The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body.
Also, I was right about Theralina being your maiden. And I'll prove it. Prove it. Prove it. With in-game evidence, visuals you cannot deny.
Down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Yes, of course.
Is on the Weeping Peninsula, imprisoned in the. Can you make the? I have something.
Cool. I love being trusted. Literally for no particular reason, and no. It means my quest is going well. I've acted in an accordance that gets me trusted. Some would say that makes you a good person. Not me, but hey. Splat. You could jump into those tornadoes, by the way. Changes the whole fucking game when you learn about that. So, here is the crater, but you can't enter from this side. You have to run around, which takes you to Kenneth, right? Fuck, do I have to get the stupid thing from underneath the bear? Hello, bear. Don't wake up on my accord. If you need everything, I wonder how many talismans you'd get by the end. So this is the path I want you to take to the right. I saw Blythe's message, but I am already on a path, right? We will return for it because it's going to send us back this way. We just need to go up. So if Kenneth isn't here, that's actually a really good thing because he's been standing here murmuring the same shit non-stop. So hopefully this fucking sparked his path and the fates have begun and I was right. There should be demi-humans inside, but no Kenneth at the top. Fuck. Okay. That's even more confusing. Hold on. Let's see if now that we've talked to him, it starts something. That's actually kind of a good thing because it means doing Radahn's festival and triggering that didn't like immediately push everyone's quest forward. Only the ones that it would have been a requirement for. But I did everyone's quests for Kenneth, Nefeli, and Gestalk, right? Like now the only thing that will happen is when we beat Godric, which we have, they will all warp into the boss room, right? And be done with that. Alright, goddamn. That was just to reset the area. Instead of fighting my way out of the castle, we just walk out. So it's good but now confusing because that's like the thing that they said would trigger everyone's path. I don't want to say we're doing something that the wiki hasn't mentioned yet, but the wiki says that they should be moving. And we've done every single thing we should to move them. And they're not moving, which means we're in a new state of the game that the wiki isn't aware of. Or that people just don't intentionally get to, which is even better. So Selen wants us to go south. Kenneth isn't done yet. Blythe wants us to journey down into Nokron. Selen's quest is more of an emergency. If you know the game's context, you know that that needs to happen first. So, instead of delving into new map, we should explore what we've been told, right? Selen is the one we can trust more than anyone, surprisingly. She's the one that tells us exactly where the fuck to go and what we would need to have done if we do everything in the right order. So this would save her, and of course, prove I'm right again. Alright, here, I'll just say what I'm talking about with the Theralina thing. Ready? Theralina is your maiden. Why does that matter and how do I know? Well, she is the maiden from the church at the beginning. And you might be saying, no, she's not. But I'll explain why she is, without a doubt, visually. Thank you, Selen. So. Zoli the Witch, she didn't even realize what she had shown. Zully the Witch, Elden Ring Faces. Okay. Let's find the most viewed portion. Everyone knows this face. That's Sorceress Selin without the mask on. Version 1. And me saying that should immediately trigger some flags in people's heads. And you might be piecing it together and not be able to unsee it now too, so. Let's see. Is she here? Or is she just here as well? Okay, perfect. So, why is Theralina your maiden? Because who's this? That's Selin. But you might be
Who are the
thinking,
grafted scions?
no, it's not.
Grafted scions are
Whoa.
grotesque.
Whoa. You might be thinking, no, that's not Selin, this is Selin. And then I would say, you're both right? Because this is Selin. When she gets put into a new body. Right? Also, Jacksepticeye playing Weed Empire. I'm gonna watch that shit as soon as I'm done streaming. But, what does that mean? That means when you are put into a new puppet body, your appearance can change. Remember what I realized with the maiden before that made me think, well, surely it's not your maiden. She doesn't look like Theralina. It's because Theralina is a puppet now. Specifically, a puppet that looks like Selin's form. Why? Because both puppets are made by Pydia, who's got a thing for brown hair, I guess. So, I found your maiden. Normally it would involve killing your own maiden and soaking the rag in her blood. Well, to become a true knight, you would need to see the truth. It would be undeniable, and you would know. Now, not only is that maiden at the start of the game your maiden, but you actually can have your maiden help you with Radahn in the fate restoring process, right? Now your fate is in your own hands because Theralina helped you in Radahn's fight. Even in death, she still serves, right? Like a fucking dreadnought from Warhammer 40,000. Even in death, I still serve. So, I'll pull up the item because I bought it from Pydia because the last thing I want to do is leave my maiden with the freak Celavis at Pydia, right? Let me read the last thing. A maiden without a tarnished without a maiden, and yet no guide to bring them together. Spirit of a finger maiden who never met the tarnish she was meant to guide, uses healing incantations and holy water pots, but she is not a fighter by nature and is ill-suited for battle. Okay. I know what happened here. It is not what people think. If you've played Dark Souls before, you already know what happened. The friendly guiding NPC is smashed through the roof by the tutorial boss. Oh, how convenient that there's a hole above her. The grafted scion at the start of the game killed your maiden. And though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. I will bring you with me. The final trial is complete. Luminary Moog is sure to welcome you into his service as a knight who will lay the foundation for his dynasty. So the white cloth is now stained red and the symbol appears. That's kind of dope. See, this is my problem though. You would have to come here to find the truth, right? There's no way out. There's no way out of here. Right? So if you wanted to leave this place, you would literally have to fucking fast travel, right? So that's the thing. I was like, you can't fast travel, but if you want to do the true ending, where you get Nefeli's, you do everyone's quest line correctly, you need to come here for Nefeli's quest and Moog's quest, and then you can't leave without fast traveling. Floating text. I normally don't do floating text, but I mean, the one time I can. Ironic. You lose your souls if you die to that one. I know you don't if you get through the tutorial. Yeah, okay, you lose your souls. If you get through the tutorial and you die there on New Game Plus and you like spawn in the next area, or you will always spawn in the next area, but you don't lose your souls. I noticed that because I killed that guy a couple times now. At the beginning, he's like a 4-shot if you've leveled up. Not hard. Yoink. So yeah, there's no way to get out of here with that. Now look, I got floating text. And you can read it from there, which is even funnier. So if it breaks in your game, it's broken forever. So that's why I was like, I might as well write something here because it's the only time I'll ever actually be able to do it. So yeah, there's no way to get the fuck out of here. I think maybe this? The memory of first grace, which once guided bygone tarnish to the lands between. Lose all runes and return to the last site of grace visited. It is merely a cycle. Oh no! You're supposed to fucking use this, aren't you? It prevents death, but you lose your runes. But it prevents death, right? It's the guidance, and if you never... Oh no! If you never pick up a grace, it puts you all the way back at the beginning, which explains the text. Oh no, dude. No, 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 no. It is merely a cycle. No, no. Is this the thing I'm supposed to be using the whole fucking time? Take me outside of the lands between. Okay, no. Alright. I was like, if this takes me out, I'm okay with wasting 400,000 souls, by the way. I already knew what I was risking. And because it changes the whole playthrough. If I use that here and it took me back to the beginning of the game, it means that you're not supposed to fast travel. And you're just supposed to use that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Is that the whole guidance of, they lack the guidance of grace? Oh no. Is that, oh no. Is that why we had to go through the fucking graces backwards? That's why they were guiding us the wrong way? Oh, fuck me. No. No. It's a cycle. It's a fucking cycle. Alright, Enya.
Look at you. Only once before have I seen two great runes together. Look there. The fingers shudder with exuberance. Fine work, brave tarnish.
And what's really cool is that they don't have to hide secret text in the game files. When you discover the secret, everyone says doesn't just make sense, but it has a new context. Right? That's insane.
Fingers expect as much from you as they do young Gideon. Take this, a token of farewell. Now, go forth, become Elden Lord.
Give me lore. What did you give me?
Queen Marika is the vessel of the Elden Ring, carrier of its vision. A god in truth. But after the Elden Ring
Odd thing to specify.
was imprisoned in the Erd Tree. A grim punishment for shattering the Order. Despite her godhood. The fingers speak. Marika's trespass demanded a heavy sentence. But even in shackles, she remains a god and a vision's vessel. Confer great runes to become...
And the two fingers are broken, remember that.
And join Queen Marika as her consort. The fingers have willed it so. Now you may go.
If you listen to them right now, you get the wrong ending. Period.
Now go let the work.
So everyone is gone. And we're helping them move on. Right? You're next, motherfucker. I think Ensha has a secret. Like a whole secret quest. It's an unspoken quest. Oh my god! Let me explain why Ensha has been guiding me this whole time, finally. He doesn't talk to you. You can't interact with him. But you can interact with him. If you pick up a medallion too early, he attacks you. And then Gideon says he is getting ahead of himself. He is talking for Ensha, right? His loyal servant. So Gideon is getting ahead of himself, right? He apologizes on behalf of Ensha, and he's like, whatever, you know, but we know Gideon is out to get every other tarnished because he wants to become Elden Lord. So he wants Ensha to die. Right? So having us fight each other is what Gideon would want, right? But you can help Ensha on his quest. They are the all hearing. They know what people do, right? Through hearing about it. While Gideon is the all seeing, everyone thinks the all hearing is the guy who doesn't talk, right? So if you have to interact with him without talking to him, he has an invisible quest. Again with his visual design, right? What is Marika? If she's the Glow-Eyed Queen with Radagon's skeleton stuffed inside, she would be a suit of black armor, a black knight, wearing the remains of a golden king. That is Ensha's armor's description. So when you understand the invisible ties of this world, Ensha visually makes sense and his quest makes sense, right? You have to listen to what the NPCs are doing and telling you that they're doing. Why did he attack you? Because he was getting ahead of himself. Because he wanted the medallion. Where did, like, I think, like, this motherfucker right here is the Elden Ring story. There's an invisible quest. The first thing I thought when I walked up to this guy, how do I talk to him? Now we know how to talk to him. Through our actions so that he hears about it. If you do it too early, that's what the game is trying to tell you, right? Verbally, they tell you. You got ahead of yourself. You went and did the fucking medallion before you should have.
In this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk.
So Nefeli and Gastok and Kenneth should be gone in the Limgrave castle, right? She has her hawk. Kenneth has his search. He will find her. And Gastok isn't dead, so, you know, he's there to sell things. Everything's done correctly, but they're not moving on. Now their fate is guided by my hand, but I don't even know what the fuck to do, because the wiki says it's Radahn's Festival that triggers it. And that was wrong. We actually don't even know what the fuck triggers it now. Because I very much did Radahn's Festival. It says Radahn Reichard. Right? Fuck. Godric, Radahn, Reichard, Morgott, Renala. How would you do that while doing everyone's quests? I think I'm gonna call it here. Put my brain to the whiteboard and chart a course. This is the kind of thing where, like, you have to take it slow. If I go and do one person's quest out of order, get them killed before I get a thing that I should, I fuck everything up, then I've ruined it. I have to fucking kill Radahn again. So I think I should end it here, make a save state. I think I fucked it up already multiple times, and I'm seeing how you should do it. And it's upsetting me. You wouldn't need runes, right? Because when I was no leveling, I was like, oh, I don't even need runes. And it changes the way that you play the game, right? If you don't value the runes, and you're just running through the game, and you could die a million times in an area because whatever, you don't care what the people are dropping, you don't care to kill them. The whole game is different. If when you're emotionally prepared to die, I know that sounds insane, but I didn't even realize that that's what the fuck it was. But yeah, like really early in my no leveling playthrough, I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to buy level ups, so I'm not going to be spending the hundreds of thousands of souls. I couldn't even buy enough items to run out of money, right? Like my bag space would fill up before I ran out of the runes from all the bosses, or the souls, right, in Dark Souls. So it changes the game in Dark Souls a little bit, but in Elden Ring, it changes the story. Because you get to go into areas and run around in a loop, and it doesn't matter if you die, right? Like, it's so fucking good. Alright, I'm going to chart a course. Now the capital should be open. I should be able to do this at some point. Help Bernal. That'll be another Volcano Manor quest. So I think I need to do that before I do Reichert, right? I'll leave you with that tip. Because I think you need to help everyone, invade everyone, if they're the good guy. So you know Bernal isn't happy about killing other Tarnished, but he knows the Golden Order is crazy, right? He's been convinced by the Volcano Manor. So he fights to fight, and he goes and fights some of the earliest souls or whatever in Lindell. So we would need to do them as well. They're part of the story. The only way we can truly understand the Golden Order is by delving into the depths of it, right? That's what they say in the church right next to this. So, there's the depths. The oldest souls. Some of the first people to go to Round Table Hold, so. We're questing up to this point. Right, we don't rush here. We got to do everything perfectly to get here, and then do this before Reichert. That's my goal. Like I'm gonna chart a course, and I'll see you when I see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's literally just gonna be me sitting here looking at a map, watching YouTube videos. So, not the most entertaining stream, but I love that it is something you shouldn't stream because it's like a personal journey that you need to go on. Sure, the Radahn Festival is fun to stream, but there's so much you need to do. It's like a slow run instead of a speed run. I'm the world's first slow runner. Alright, I'll see you guys.